What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, the project car got towed to Johnny's shop. After I dealt with all that stuff with the sheriff, getting it towed, getting it out of impound, etc. They kept it in Santa Clarita overnight. The next morning, they took it to Johnny's shop. I was gonna go there yesterday, but he was too busy. He had to deliver a car elsewhere. So instead, I'm going now. He's gonna talk me through what our plans are gonna be with the car. As you guys know, I'm coming into this with zero knowledge. We're close to zero, I have a little bit, but I don't know much. So he's gonna explain to me what we're gonna be doing in order to get the car running, first of all, before we figure out what we're really gonna do with it. It's not necessarily gonna be a drift car, we just need it to run first. So that's priority number one. Wanted to get a clip to pay my respects to this guy playing this song. Some of y'all probably too young to even know who this artist is. I love this song. Oh yeah, Louisiana fried chicken like a real hoodlum. Johnny's shop's right up the street. Johnny's shop is in the hood. It's like a meme for me to say that, but it really is. It's in Crenshaw, right off Crenshaw, by the hundreds. And we're here at Johnny's shop. So, just this morning he had it parked right there on the street, so that means they must have moved it inside already. That's pretty cool. Wish I was here to get that. But your boy had a long, torturous day. Just know I'm very tender right now. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, take a look inside, find the man himself. Got some toys in here though. 370Z with no bumper. Or is that a bumper delete? Bumper delete is all the rage nowadays. Everyone's taking the rear bumpers off. You know this? That is actually a really beautiful car. M6 chilling in the background. Still dreaming about this one right here. I want it. And mirror. And here she is. There's where. Johnny's already made a list of the things that he has and what we need. The things that we need is a lot long in the list of things we have, but he actually has two major things already here waiting for me, which is awesome. Let me show you. Sitting next to this Bentley. It's a Bentley. We have a brand new, right in the wrappers, CD09 transmission. Boom. Look at that. Literally brand new. Never once touched. Never once shifted. And then an LS2 here, which I don't remember exactly how many miles he said it has on it. But there's our engine and our transmission. So that's two huge things out of the way right off the bat before we even really start. There's a Rocket Bunny FRS. Could have gone this way. Kind of wish I did, honestly. The true buff god.
What's up?
What's the deal, bro? Long time no see. Steering wheel works. Here's an E92 M3 like mine that they're parting out. I wonder if I can get some goods from this thing. Oh, it looks mostly already done. So, I never really gave you guys a full look on the inside. Here's how it looks. Everything's pretty much stripped to the bone. Gonna have to figure that one out. Hopefully, man. What do you think?
Nice setup to start with. You already saw your motors over there?
Yep. There she is.
Came out of a 2006 Impala SS. So this motor is traverse. So it's mounted like that in the car, and it's a front wheel. It's a front wheel drive, 5.3 liter V8. Advantage to it is overall weight. You save about, don't quote me, 150 pounds, I think. Like I said, most of the stuff on the front here would be gone. This is just an accessory bracket that holds the power steering pump. We're probably not gonna have power steering in the car because when you come in at 45 and you go hot into a slide, the kind of wheels just turn themselves. This bracket is for AC, that's gone. And like I said, the manifold will be coming this way. Throttle body's on the wrong end right now. But you can't flip it. This manifold just gone. Started making a list of things, so we'll start.
Here's Johnny's list.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go with the CX Racing mounts. Probably gonna go with the CX Racing headers. Cheap, fits, whatever. I mean, this car's essentially not gonna be your primary, hopefully, in the future. So
The plan is to break it.
yeah, this thing's gonna be fun. So we'll put a lightweight battery in the back. Probably doesn't open. There's no keys. This car doesn't have an ignition. It did great work though. The guys that did the job did a really good job with the cage. Clean. It looks well done. It looks like it'll hold up a good hit. You got passenger bar, so I go for a ride. Have you thought about seats? What are you gonna do?
So the cheapest ones that you can imagine that are
We'll
good.
get some used ones. No
Boom.
problem.
That's all we need. Couple seats.
Yeah, that's it. And like I said, wiring's gonna be super easy. And that's it, man. This thing will be sliding in no time.
Hicks slides. You made a channel, right? Did you make one? You still have that one?
No, the moniker's up, but I haven't made any videos yet.
Okay. Make sure you guys subscribe to Johnny. I'm gonna link him in the description. He will have a lot more videos with this car and also all these cars that he has in his shop on his channel.
Got the Supra coming up. That's gonna be at Toyota Fest.
Right? Boom. He's got all types of stuff. Super over there, some WRXs, the Tesla and a Bentley on top of each other. You guys should check them out if you like cars. It's a little dirty, but it's still holding up. Showing Johnny the damage from when I got rear-ended.
Oh yeah. That monk. That monk's got to say some prayers to get
There you
this.
go.
And look, when it comes to body work, you always have to get the insurance company to know that this is an M3 and that behind here the M3s all have carbon fiber bumper supports. So that itself, if there's a scratch, if there's a nick, they have to replace them and they're not cheap. So don't ever shrug off like, oh no, that's cool, dude. But I mean, you can see there the bumper's got good size hole in it.
Yeah.
Grill's popping out. Muffler's probably bent, you know. So you're gonna have to get that MagnaFlow in here.
Hey man, y'all hear that, AAA? Don't trust the monks.
Yeah.
Monks out here trying to
I don't
finesse.
care how many prayers you're saying, man.
All right, so there's our first look at the project car after it's been delivered to Johnny's. It's gonna be a couple months worth of work, I think, to get it to run, but we have a plan. I went there to discuss what our actual plan was off camera, and we did. And I also included a little bit of it. All together, hopefully we'll have it operating for less than $10,000 out the door. That's our plan. We'll see how much we can get as far as companies to help us out with. I think Caleb Quanbeck has some parts for me. But anyways, overall goal is just keep the price down as much as possible. It's gonna be an expensive thing either way, but good to save money where we can. Anyways, I had a conversation earlier about my apartment. If you guys remember, a couple weeks ago I was talking about how I might lose my dream apartment. It doesn't look like I will be, but there is even more interesting news. Very briefly, I want to inform you guys as to why I'm endeavoring upon this project car. The reason I'm able to do this now is because I was never in a position prior in my life to do it. And even though right now is probably not the best time for me to do it, considering where I live, I have nowhere to keep the car. I barely know where to keep my M3. Thankfully, Johnny's allowing me to keep it there at his shop, but this is the first time in my life that I'm financially able to take on a project like this. Like before, I just didn't have the money to do it. That's pretty much why. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I can never afford to do it. As you guys know, making a car from a shell is a very expensive process if you want to do it right. So by the end of this entire thing, I've already spent, like $3,000 on the car. I'm going to tell you guys how much I spent to get it out of the impound, which is terrible. But when it's all said and done, I'll probably have spent close to $20,000 at the minimum on this car. So it's not gonna be like cheap. And it's also not just for content because I'd barely be breaking even. Also, as I'm continuing this project, I wanna keep a running tab of the cost of what it's, you know, costing to get this executed. So as you guys know, I paid $3,000 for the car. Then I paid $600 to have it shipped. In order to get it registered, it was about $350. Then I have these receipts that explain how much it costs to take it out of impound. And here they are. So these 3 receipts, the cost of paying the fee for the sheriff, because the sheriff charges you a fee when they have to have a vehicle towed. Apparently, I didn't know that was a thing. That was $100 even. And an additional $1,200 to get it out of the impound. So I don't know if I fully explained to you guys. The car was sitting in impound for almost 3 entire weeks. It was impounded pretty much exactly 3 days after it was delivered because this rule where my dad lives, where you can't park your car on the street for more than 72 hours, it gets towed. So that's what happened there. It was towed after 72 hours. Immediately, my neighbors called the police station and they had him come and tow it. A lot of people were saying I should have my neighbors reimburse me for that, but I'm just gonna let it slide. I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to cause bad blood for my dad out there where he lives, so I'm just gonna drop it and, you know, swallow the cost myself. But so in total, it came out to about $1,400. So that plus $3,000, $4,400, about $5,000 before we've even done anything. I'm going to go pay for that transmission and engine like tomorrow, I think. So you'll know how much that is. I'm assuming it's gonna be another like $2 grand, maybe less. I'm hoping less. That's actually kind of high for an LS2 and a transmission. You can find those transmissions on eBay for like 800 bucks. Anyways, I'm rambling. But there you go, about $5,000 we spent so far, and we haven't really even got off the ground. But that's what this world is about, I guess. You just kind of spend money, and then hopefully you get to drive something at some point. So that's pretty much it. I am doing this now in my life because I can finally afford to do it, which is a great feeling. It's thanks to you guys watching my videos and always leaving positive feedback, encouraging me to keep going. So I'm going to be documenting the process of this car in exactly the same fashion. As you guys already know, I highly appreciate you guys sticking around watching the entire vlog. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and slap a like on it. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload. Peace.